We got us one wrong.
Already.
This is that motivation right here.
Yes, sir.
You know, the people need that motivation.
Tenfold.
Everybody going through something, you know what I mean?
Already.
The system won't keep you down.
Oh, it's that motivation. Oh, keep your head up.
Good day. This your boy, better yet your man, Markel Primes, also known as the entrepreneur that all the gurus will soon learn to hate. Today's training is going to be on properly structuring your business for success. Now, this goes for no matter what company you're in, no matter what their compensation structure looks like. Usually it's two different types of compensation plans in any network marketing company. One's the binary, and the other is what they call a linear plan. Now, I'm going to put up a little diagram just to show the difference between the two. Don't mind my handwriting, but here you go. Okay, family, so we're back. Now, after looking at that diagram, I know it should look familiar to the majority of you out there. No matter what company that you're in, you have seen that diagram in some form, whether it's the binary or the linear. Now, I will tell you this, the one that gets the most popularity is the binary. That's usually more attractive to a newcomer into the network marketing industry, because usually what happens when you get started, you see this binary structure, and then your business partner or your upline, the one enticing thing that they tell an individual who's not familiar with the industry, but who's excited about the prospect of earning a great income, the one thing that they get misled by is the idea of this one magical word, spillover. Now, I mentioned this in the previous video, how the majority of individuals who may not have a history in network marketing, may not have had any success at all in network marketing, they love the term spillover. What that essentially means is that in that binary structure, the one that you saw at the top, you have yourself listed as that first person, and then you have your one on the left, one on the right, and then it goes down. Now, depending on where you fall in your business partner's business, you can fall on what's called their power leg, or the leg that's not considered their power leg. Now, the difference is this: whenever you're on a person's power leg, that essentially means that not only are you getting the overflow from the individuals that they're putting in the business, so if they put somebody in and they fall under their power leg, you're getting that person's, you're getting the benefits of their assistance. And let's say by chance, if the person that personally enrolled you is on their business partner's power leg, then you would also get the benefits of their business partner. So when they add someone to the right side, they'll fall under you or under the last person that was enrolled on that right side. Now, that sounds great for an individual who may not be familiar with the business, who's looking to earn fast, quick, easy money. Now, that's the key thing. When people hear that about spillover, they think easy. They think that they're going to magically wake up one morning and they're going to have 100 or 1,000 people under them in their organization, and that they're going to hit a big payday. Now, I want to tell you this: get that type of thinking out of your head. Now, even though the binary is the most attractive when it comes to speaking to individuals about how they can be successful and earn an income, I don't want you to mention that. I don't want you to even use the term spillover at all. As a matter of fact, even if your business is a binary, I want you to build it with a linear mindset. So you want to think about the structure below, the one that had the 5 people, the 5 individuals listed. Now, the reason why I say that is this. The linear system gives you the impression that you're in business for yourself and you're the sole responsible person for your success. You're solely responsible for your success, and that there's no one above you that's going to help you with that magical term spillover. There's no one that's going to be able to boost your business. You're not going to go to sleep one night, wake up the next day, and instantly be rich. Now, even if, like I stated, even if your company is a binary and that does happen, do not mention that. Build from a linear mindset. And the premise is this: if you know that your efforts are solely tied to yourself, then you're more geared towards being self-sufficient, a self-starter, and attracting individuals who are self-sufficient self-starters. Now, if they wake up one morning and they see by chance that, man, I got this extra person in here that I didn't know about, or that my business partners that I personally enrolled didn't know about, then let them know, hey, that's a pleasant surprise. That's an added bonus that may or may not happen. The method that you want to really go with when it's building a business also is, I want you all to forget about that one gets two and then help those two get two, and so on and so forth mentality. As you saw in the structure, the binary, even though it's two legs, I want you to think from the mindset of having to personally recruit or sponsor 5 individuals. And the way you want to structure it is the same way I wrote it out. So 1 on your left, the 2nd on your right, 3rd on your left, 4th on your right, 5th on your left. Now that's the binary structure, but as you can see on that linear plan below that, that's how they'll actually fall into your organization when you're working on your linear compensation. Now, this is another thing. Most companies, even though they may say that, hey, this is a binary, there's usually 2 or more ways that you can actually earn income. And linear is usually one of those ways. So binary is kind of like one of those things that I would kind of use as a secret bonus, as a surprise bonus, so to speak, because you don't want anyone to get so relaxed in thinking that they're just going to win by default. If they just sit back and relax, that somebody else is going to do the work for them. That's no way to build a residual income. That's no way to build a business. And for those with the mindset of being employees, I believe they can respect that, because coming from a world of being an employee, you're so used to having things work based off of your sole effort. So you don't want to really drastically change somebody's mentality from thinking that I'm going from a situation where it's 100% of my effort and that's all I get paid for, to now I don't have to do anything. It's going to be taken care of for me. You want them to at least believe that, let's say 75% of the effort has to come from them, so that they can still stay in a habit of doing the things necessary to build their business, as far as showing the plan, sharing the products, sponsoring individuals into their business. Now, I did write out a little checklist here, and I think I hit most of them. So I know I told you guys, hey, forget about the one person gets two, and so on and so forth, because that makes people get into a relaxed state, and that makes for some lazy recruits. I didn't want to use that term, but it makes for a lazy team where when everyone's thinking that, hey, I know there's a superstar on the team, they're right above me, and I know that they're going to recruit somebody and it's going to go into my business just because of my placement. So you don't want to do that. And you want to make sure that, let's see, you want to make sure basically that you eliminate as much of the slackers out of your business as possible. Some people will just sit there and they won't do anything. Some people will do the bare minimum, which may be just to acquire their monthly package, their monthly minimum. Now, if those individuals are just doing that just to stay active and they're hoping for that magic bullet to just come and hey, they're making money without doing anything, they may be surprised, depending on who they're working with. Maybe they might have an individual who's willing to look at that and say, hey, I'll throw you a bone here or there. I'll throw you a personally sponsored person. I'll personally give you my next person instead of me taking the full benefit. So you may come across individuals like that. It's far and few between. I've never had anyone do that for me. I understand why it's not something that's feasible to be done for everyone, because if one person asks you, hey, can you throw me a bone, so to speak, give me one person, then you're kind of in a position where other individuals may get wind of that and they'll expect you to do the same. So that's when the linear plan kind of works best, because nobody will have the mindset that they're going to get something for nothing. Everybody's going to understand that they have to work for their success, and it'll be more of a team effort. Now, I want to dive into more of the differences between the binary and the linear plan on the future trainings. I wouldn't say the next training, because I got a couple other things I want to talk to you all about. But for right now, I want to give you just that little bit of information. A lot of people ask me which plan is the best. I think I already answered that question. There is no best. It's just the way you structure it. You can turn a linear plan, that second plan, even if your company just says, hey, we're a linear plan, you can turn that into a binary. So that would entail you actually helping, let's say those first two, you sponsor one person, you sponsor another, and then your third, fourth, and fifth, you say, hey, I'll throw either the first person or the second person a bone and let them get that personally sponsored person so that they can get the benefit. And you can structure it that way. Now, you may not get paid the same way in your company for doing it that way. It might not be as efficient in your company based on their compensation plan, but it can be done. If you want more of a team effort, if you know that you have some go-getters on your team that's going to go to work no matter what. They understand that, hey, yeah, I could get some spillover, I could get some help, but whatever's to be is up to me. That's the type of mentality you want to have with your business partners. Once again, I want to leave you at that. I'm getting some messages popping in, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know I'm over time already, but once again, this is your boy, better yet your man, Markel Prines. I look forward to the next training. Make sure you're structuring your business the way it works best for you and your company, and keep your business partners in mind. Make sure you know who you're working with and the mentality of the individuals that you're working with. Are they the type of people that's looking for a free ride, or are they the type of individuals that's looking to build a business and actually go to work? Have a great day.
Yeah. Hey, Chief. We got us one wrong.
Already.
This is that motivation right here.
Yes, sir.
You know, the people need that motivation.
10-4.
Everybody going through something, you know what I mean? The system won't keep you down.
Oh, it's that motivation. Oh, keep your head up. Never should you give up, man. I know we going through the rough. That motivation. No lies on your mind. Get hard from time to time. Keep grinding, one day you'll shine. That motivation. Oh.